Imagine Hitler closing his eyes in 1945, and opening them in 2026. Not in a bunker, not on a podium, but in an ordinary room. White walls, the sound of the city outside, a screen lighting up with a single touch. He walks to the window and sees a world that seems impossible. Driverless cars, people holding devices and talking to themselves, giant screens on buildings, foreign languages, unfamiliar symbols. This is not the future he wanted to build. This is a future that arose without him. The question isn't whether Hitler could regain power. The scarier question is, would he realize that the world has completely rejected his ideas? The first thing he encounters is information. Too much information. One touch, and an ocean of data opens before him. He types in his name. And instead of glory, he sees something else. One of the most brutal dictators in history. Responsible for the deaths of millions. A symbol of hatred, destruction, and catastrophe. Not enemy propaganda, but documents, archives, photographs, videos, testimonies of survivors. A history that can no longer be rewritten. In the 1940s, newspapers and radio could be controlled. In 2026, the past exists in millions of copies worldwide. He can no longer erase it. He is no longer the author of history. Hitler is its warning. He steps outside and sees what would be his personal nightmare. People of different nationalities walking together, working together, laughing, arguing, living. Women leading companies, commanding in the military, running governments. People look as they wish. Speak as they think. Freedom, which he tried to destroy, has become a normal part of reality. There is no perfect image. No single formation. No singular ideology. The world is complex, chaotic, contradictory. But that is what makes it resilient. Modern society cannot be controlled by a single slogan. It is too fragmented, too informed, too used to questioning. Many might wonder, what if he tried to use the internet? Social media, manipulation, propaganda. But in the 1930s, people heard only one side. In 2026, every statement is analyzed in seconds. Every word is checked. Every lie exposed. If he tried to speak publicly, his face would instantly be recognized by algorithms. His videos would be removed from platforms. His biography would instantly spread along with documents, facts, and sources. The internet today is not a megaphone. It is a mirror. And in that mirror, he doesn't appear as a leader. Hitler appears as a catastrophe. The modern world, with all its problems, has been built with the mistakes of the past in mind. Laws, international agreements, monitoring systems, education, historical memory. None of this exists by chance. It is humanity's response to the 20th century. An attempt to protect itself from repeating it. In the past, dictators rose to power because people did not know the consequences. Today, the world knows. And that changes everything. But the most devastating thing for him wouldn't even be this. The scariest thing is the silence. No army, no crowd, no shouts, no flags, no rituals, no sense of grandeur. He is left alone with a world that does not fear him, respect him, or listen to him. Just a man with ideas no longer needed by anyone. With a past that cannot be justified. In a world that has moved on without him. And if he truly woke up in 2026, he would not become a dictator. Not a leader, not a symbol. He would become a reminder. An example of how far humanity can go when it stops thinking blindly. And at the same time, proof that the world is still capable of learning. Because his ideas did not merely fail. They became a lesson. And perhaps, that is the greatest victory of the future over the past.